Welcome Techatonians to another video. Now, this week we're going to cover PEGAXY, the hottest NFT game on the market. Now, the reason why we're covering PEGAXY and not Axie Infinity is because Axie developers decided to play PEGAXY themselves and not release any burning mechanism for SLP. We're not gonna go into details, but Axie is pretty much a long-term goal right now. We gotta kind of deviate from Axie at the moment and find something else. Now, another source of income. So, PEGAXY it is, hottest game on the market. It's been blowing up recently. I've been playing it for a while. I came up with a strategy, been flipping horses, and I'll show you all of that. Now, this video is about how to find the right horse. If you're new to PEGAXY, what do you do? So, for example, like if you go to PEGAXY right now, and you go to Marketplace, the horses go anywhere, like they're all over the place. They are from anywhere, let's go to high to low, from 4 million to, let's see, we'll go to fixed price 1750, and that's USDT. So how do you find the horse? What is the difference between this horse? What does all these numbers mean? And what horse would be, beneficial for you? Now, I do have a private service where I charge 100 PGX. I'll join Discord with you, and I'll we'll take an hour, up to 1 hour if you need to, and I'll help you choose a horse that you're ready to buy in real time. But if you don't have 100 PGX or you just want the general idea, this video is for you. So please watch it throughout, because I will give you tips and tricks and I'll show you how to choose a horse. Now, before we get started, let me show you my earnings. That way I'm not just all talk. So here's my earnings pretty much for the last 15 days. Now, let's take the calculator. Now, we have VIS, 6,136 VIS times current price right now, which is 0.22. That is 1349. And then we have 2,230 PGX times current price is 0.80. That's 1784. Now, 1784 plus, what was it? 1784, what was it? 6136 times 0.22, 1349 plus 17, whatever, just 1,700. That's $3,000. Now I'm making $3,000 every 15 days times 2, pretty much. You're making over $6,100 a month using my strategy. Now, I don't mind sharing this. As you could see, I got my win rate almost 25%. You see, like, the wins are good and all that stuff, and I rent them, I send them, like, I flip horses and all these things. So let's take the prices. All right, so this is my assets at the moment, and as you guys could see, for example, I have a horse that's been being rented for 46 days, and I rented this out for like 2,500 PGX. Then I have this horse being rented for a day, so is this, and then these two are being rented for a day as well. And as you could see, there's 28% horse with amazing stats. Now, let me tell you and walk you through how to look for horses when buying a horse. This is the main thing about this game, because right now it's just buying a horse, racing it. Okay, so let's just let's go back to my horse, for example, and let's look at this horse. Now, speed, you got speed, strength, lightning, wind, water, fire. Right here on top, you see Clint Pacer female, doesn't matter at all. Speed, strength, lightning, wind, water, fire. Currently has no, well, let me say this. According to the developers, it means nothing right now. Win percentage, according to developers, means nothing. Now, after flipping, buying horses and racing 100,000 times, I have a chart, but I'm not going to share that with you. And I kind of figured out the percentage of the win rate, how it correlates to the stats. And I'll give you some tips and tricks. And like I said, my private service costs 100 PGX. You could message me in Discord. I'll put my Discord name down in the description. Message me, I'll help you out. But so this is how we do it. Now career, you see these three numbers, that's win, losses, total. Now I usually like to make sure that total number is over at least 200 races. Now if it's over 200 races and let's say you have 20%, that's kind of, you know, locked in already. It's not really gonna go up or down that much at all. So 200 races kind of gives you that percentage, and it's gonna be maybe fluctuating 1% up down at most, usually not even. Now this horse is a 28.64% with 419 races. Now this percent is solid, it's gonna stay there, and as you guys could see, racing history, it's just been killing. Like, look at that, it's non-stop wins pretty much, third place, first places, and all that stuff. So when developers tell you that all these numbers don't matter, they do. And I compiled a bunch of stats, and if anyone ever going to tell you these numbers don't matter, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You whatever you want, believe me or not. Anyway, let's get started. Now when you're buying a horse, let's go to this marketplace. Now we're going to go to fixed price, we're gonna go to USDT, and we're gonna sort low by high. Now 1744, we got 23% horse, 226 races. So percentage is not that bad, races are kind of solid, but now we're looking at strength amazing, speed amazing, lightning 0, wind 6, water 1, and fire is 7. This is actually a very solid horse at a floor price. And the reason why I say that, let's see if I could find an example. Okay, so here we got 21%, you know, which is not that good, and then you got not so well stats. But let me see if I could find like a better example of a very poor horse. Okay, so for example, this 21%, 200, you know, it's not, this percentage is not gonna go up that much, you know. Speed is horrible, strength is 0, fire, water, you know, this is a mediocre horse. It shouldn't even be at 1700. But a new player would be like, oh, 1700, you know, if it's a floor price, I'll buy it. The reason why is in the latest video, they announced that eventually this game is going to be like Mario Kart, where you do have, you know, controls. So let's say speed is the most important thing in racing, strength as well. So you always want to make sure you're at least at 7+ if possible in both of the stats. And let me go back to my horse, 6, 8. So like almost there, you know, but like 8, 8, 8, 9, you know, because if a track has a lot of wind, and I even noticed that about racing. Let me see if I could kind of like find a track with wind in it. It's gonna take a while. But anyway, when you race and you find a track that has a lot of wind, your wind is high number, your horse always, not always, but mostly, you know, places top 3. And I noticed that a lot. So when the game develops more, these numbers are going to be a very, very, you know, important thing in racing. Now lightning is one, but I mean, you cannot find a perfect horse unless you're paying a lot. And I think I bought this horse for 1785. You know, the stats are almost perfect. So that's what you want to look at. Make sure your speed and your strength is at least a 7 or a 6, but then, you know, strength is 8 or speed is 9 and strength is 6. You know, kind of average it out. And then make sure that 3 of the 4, you know, lightning, wind, water, or fire types are also above at least a 7. And after I compiled hundreds of horses' stats, it all makes sense to me, because when you're averaging the stats with a win at least of 25%, that's when your horse actually starts winning races. And this horse alone today got me 600 vis. 600 vis, do the math, a lot. Plus I rented it for like 125 PGX. So this horse alone made me like $200 today. Let me see if I could show you another horse. Now see, this horse I just put it up because I was like, the stats are okay. And then, you know, 25% wins. I was like, whatever. And it rented out. But those people don't understand really anything. They're just going through the market and they're like, oh look, 135 2 days, let me buy it. But what about the stats? What about, like, you know, luckily the guy just rented it from me and didn't buy his own horse, because that would hurt him in the long run. But like I said, I buy flip horses. I have a chart, and that's what you want to be looking at. You want to be looking, averaging numbers right here, all of this, plus a good average win percentage with a good career all-time races. Now hopefully this video at least gave you some insight on what to look to when buying horses. Like I said, I charge 100 PGX to sit down with you. We could sit down on Discord and actually find you the right horse at your price point, because you could go with like $4 million horse if you'd like, but with that, like, if you go to high to low, is this a good horse? 96 wins only at 40%. This percentage is gonna go down. Now the stats, my horse's stats are better. So, you know, well, first of all, this guy just overpriced it. But anyway, this horse is probably worth max $2,000, and that's because the win percentage is still there. Breed count is 0. But anyway, you don't make a mistake by just purchasing a random horse and you know, thinking it's good. Whatever developers are telling you, they're trying to keep, you know, the game balanced. But in reality, I figured most of it out, making $6,000 a month. You guys could too. Just contact me and I could help you guys out. Alright guys, thank you for watching this quick video, or 12-minute video. Not so quick. I tried to make it quick. But if you guys like this video, hit that like button. It does help with YouTube algorithm. Hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment what else you guys want me to review about PEGAXY, and I'll make video number 2 sometime this week if I get a good response from you guys. Like always, Techaton. See you guys next.